Good evening. Good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Angela Hayes, your podcast host. Welcome to the Angela Hayes podcast show on this thriving, terrific, turning around Tuesday. Hope that you all are doing well. And we're here today. Life with no limits is
Life
what
with no
we're all
limits.
about.
Yes.
We welcome you to the podcast. Those of you that are coming on YouTube and or Facebook, we just ask that you always chime in on the feed and tell us where you coming in from, where you calling in from, tuning in from, or just pulled up your Facebook Live to let us know where you coming in from. And so today, I want to give a special shout out to GMT Broadcasting for hosting us here today on this podcast, another episode,
Yes.
and to my co-host, the managing member of GMT
That's
Broadcasting
it.
is Mr. Kenji Johnson
Kenji.
himself.
She say the whole name.
Thank you,
Kenji.
Kenji,
Yeah,
for
no
being
problem. No
here.
problem. No
Yes,
problem at
once
all.
again, it's always an honor to come into this studio
Right.
and share valuable insights, information to and opportunities. We are full of opportunities.
Right.
And so we come on this podcast, we host business owners, entrepreneurs,
Yes.
ministers, professionals, authors, and community members and leaders. So those that are movers and shakers,
Right.
those that are actually doing something in their community, in their business, however that God has blessed them, whatever it is that he has set
Right.
in motion, that he has blessed their hands to do. We are here to give voice to that. Because we understand the value in relationships,
Right.
in sponsorships, and partnerships.
Right.
And
Right.
so, in the Angela Hayes podcast show is here to do that for you. So, those of you that are interested in an opportunity to come on this show, please feel free to reach out to us. You can send a message to our business page, Unique Foundations Enterprise, or you can email me at uniquelyyours28@yahoo.com. So we draw your attention to the bottom of the screen where you can make a donation to this podcast. You can sponsor this podcast. You can do that by Zelling us at 979-334-2648. And of course, in our business, and this is part of what we'll be talking about today as we continue our conversation on what problem are you solving in your business. And so we wanted to add that component about nonprofits
Right.
and causes. What type of cause are you championing? What kind of nonprofit or need in the community are you supporting?
Right.
So one thing about giving, because I'm a giver by nature, right? And giving is not just in monetary. I
Right.
just want to say that to the audience. Giving is in so many different facets.
Right. Right.
Giving of your time, your energy, your intellectual property,
Yeah. Right.
your experience. So giving happens in so many different forms. But what cause are you championing? What organization have you partnered with? Who are you sponsoring?
Right.
And so we want to add that component to our conversation today. And so, what do you think about that, Kenji, as we navigate through this?
Yeah. When
podcast.
you said the 501, I when we had the conversation last week,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think about that, but that's a major deal.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, nonprofit organizations, because they key in like community
Yeah.
things, so and a lot of nonprofits, I know that they help kids, they help kids,
Yeah. Yeah.
children, so
Yeah. It's a lot of
it's
needs.
like toy drives and stuff like that,
Right.
Thanksgiving, giving away turkeys to families and
Right.
food and stuff like that. I participated in a couple of, shout out to Mika.
Mhm.
I participated in a couple of 501, the foundations,
Mhm.
and just giving back, giving that time, like you said. It wasn't.
Yes.
And
Giving
believe
that
it or
time.
not, they had pallets of food out there, so they needed men out there to,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
move food and
Absolutely.
stuff like that. So,
That helps a whole lot.
and sometimes just a word. being able to sit down with somebody. Sometimes people just need somebody to talk to.
That's so true. Or somebody to listen to them,
Yeah, just to listen to them.
Yes,
So
absolutely. Good evening. Good evening, John Baker. Thank you for joining this evening. Welcome, welcome to our podcast once again. We're glad that you are here. So, any insight, John Baker, that you can share on this podcast as we're talking and we're navigating through this whole problem solving bit and supporting other organizations? Please feel free to share your wisdom and your insight and definitely your experiences, because in law enforcement and being a councilman, I know that you have a whole lot.
Yeah.
And so I do want to remind our audience at the bottom of the screen, our nonprofit organization that we are in partnership with is Life Revision Center 5013C. We currently have raffle tickets on sale, $5 a piece, and it is to provide a scholarship to a senior that's graduating this year. That's the first. The first prize though is cash, of course, is $375, and the second prize is $100 gift card. So your proceeds will be going directly to Life Revision Center 5013C in San Antonio, Texas, and you will help a high school student with some of their expenses on going into their next phase of school. And so I tell you, as college students, people that are preparing to go to college, there are so many needs. There are so many things. Any little bit helps. I'm telling you.
Because even gas, if you got to just drive down,
absolutely,
just to get down there,
yes.
So any little bit helps.
Absolutely. And so we will be coming back to you with what the criteria as we move forward with the raffle, and we'll be coming back to you with more information about the criteria and how you or someone that you know that's graduating this year can apply for this scholarship. And so again, help the children. We're all about supporting the youth, and we want to see them advance in life. We want to see them be successful, but we also want to make sure that we can do our part in making provisions for the needs that they have. All right. So we appreciate any amount of donation to Life Revision Center that you can give. Again, we have tickets. You can reach out or just tell us in the comment, tell us in the feed if you would like a raffle ticket, and we will be sure to get you that ticket along with accepting your donation.
Right. Yes. I got mine. So
all right, yes, we appreciate GMT Broadcasting for supporting us, and those that have supported the raffle efforts so far. We thank you so much. We're so appreciative, and I want to give a shout out to our president, Michelle Holmes, in San Antonio, Texas. We want to thank her for the vision that God has given her for Life Revision Center to help young people advocate for their education. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next phase and our next order of business. And I want to remind you, y'all know I'm still excited about the launch of the book, right? We still have the book on sale. More Than Meets the Eye, Made in His Image. You can see that on the screen there. That is the front and the back cover of my most recent project, More Than Meets the Eye, Made in His Image. And I'm so grateful, Kenji, for those that have supported the author efforts and my book project. And I'm telling you, it's just continually to build because the book is a self-help book, and it is a book to unveil those talents and those gifts, those skills that women have, or young women have on the inside of them. And I mean, don't get me wrong, men can take pieces of this book, because I do have men that are purchasing the book for themselves, and also for a young lady or someone in their life that they know that could benefit from it. And so just so that they would understand that there's more to you than meets the eye.
And then too, it's good to get a woman's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You can get life, or you can get, whatever the title is. If it's building a house, I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
you can get it from a woman's perspective. You can
Yes.
see how a woman is,
Yeah.
thinks, what a woman thinks about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it could be beneficial.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a man.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I asked the question to the audience. What do you think about when I say more than meets the eye?
Right.
What's something come to your mind? From a man's, I don't like to say male and female,
Yeah.
but from a man's perspective.
Yeah.
Right?
More than meets the eye to me is, I get chills when I think about it, because I just think of what the title, Life with No Limits.
Mm-hmm.
It's no limits. It's just when I look at this, it's more to this than what I see.
Mm-hmm. So
when we came in and sat down,
mm-hmm.
and we started talking about your podcast,
mm-hmm.
I hit you with some ideas.
Right.
It was more to it,
right,
than what you came in with. You
absolutely,
so
absolutely.
more than meets the eye to me is just that. It's just no limits.
Yeah. So
it's
yeah. So when you say no limits, and so as in perspective with the book, more than meets the eye, no limits. So there's more to us than what people see on the outside.
Yeah.
There's more to you, audience, than what someone sees on the outside.
Right.
So there's no limit.
Man, there's no
to
limit.
what?
Excuse me, I didn't mean to say man, but it's no limit to what I can do.
Right. There's no limit to what we can accomplish. There's no limit.
Yeah.
There's just no limit.
None.
And the limitations come from what? Us.
Fear. Yes,
it
fear.
comes from fear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it stems a lot of times from fear.
Right.
It stems from us putting that cap or limitations, or even what we've heard.
Yeah.
That's what has been spoken to us, what's been said to us.
Or it can be from just being content.
Yeah. Yes.
Just being content. Yes. I'm satisfied. I'm
content
satisfied.
and complacent.
Yeah, I'm satisfied where I'm at.
Right.
But for me, it's like, what's next?
What's next? What's that? Because it's a book of self-discovery.
Yeah.
So when you go on a journey with yourself, and of course with your creator, then you begin to unveil the treasures and all the greatness of what God has placed in you. And so that is something that I'm helping people with in the book.
Right.
Because I want to see us live to our fullest potential. Max it out, because we only get one life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so we are here to help others.
Yeah.
We are here, and as we've been helped, I believe we should be passing that on.
And then I think once you understand that life is a journey.
Mm-hmm.
There's no destination. It's just a continuous thing until the maker call you home.
Right.
But other than that,
right,
it's just a journey.
It's a journey.
It's nonstop.
It is.
It's just, you get up the next day. What can you do? It's always something that you can do better.
Always.
And it's always something that you can learn, because you can get up. You can just go to your phone and learn something. You click on, okay, why does 9 + 9 = 9? So now you'll find out why. You learn why that is, why it's like that.
Yes.
So there's a lot of things that you can just get up and just
discover.
Be better.
Yeah, be better at
the next hour. You smarter than what was the last at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. You smarter because you just read something. You found out some new information.
Right. That is so true.
So
that is so true.
Yeah.
So with the book, I'm one of my next steps is there'll be a prayer devotional that comes out of this book, right? Wow. And so I'm glad you said that, because you wake up the next day. So this morning in my time in my meditation and prayer and reading, one particular scripture that my attention was drawn to was Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Right. Trust in the Lord with all your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Lean not to your own understanding.
Right.
In all your ways acknowledge him, and he'll direct your path.
Right.
And so I got so many nuggets out of just those two verses. Right. I just stayed right there. And I tell you, if I I can't even tell you. I had to start getting my phone and everything and typing it and writing it. And I'm like, okay, so I already got content is building for this prayer devotional.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. Yeah. So I'm thinking about me, like I'm thinking about all the times that Angie was trusting in herself. Oh, she thinks she thought she had that figured out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, you didn't have that figured out.
Not knowing that that's gonna be a testimony
right
at some point in time.
Right. Yeah.
That's a testimony at some point. At some point in time, you'll maybe be able to tell that story to somebody and they help somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you right now. I got chills on the inside.
Come on,
because you just made me realize something about where I'm at by asking me that question.
Wow.
So I realize now I've been trying to figure this thing out and it just hit me. I've been trying to figure out, dang, why am I not so? Because people ask me, why you ain't posting on social media like you used to? Why you ain't? But I just realized that I'm on a self discovering myself journey because that's what I'm focused on.
Right.
Is finding me. And then once I find me, I know that I'm gonna be better at business. I'm gonna be better at my marriage.
Yes.
I'm gonna be better at being a father. I'm gonna be better at all of this.
Yes.
Because I was asking myself, dang, can you feel like you ain't got your but when I wake up in the morning, it's about me discovering me.
Yeah.
And that's the journey that I'm on now.
Right. Absolutely.
Self-discovery.
Right. That's good.
And just you asking me that question, it lined up.
Wow. Oh,
I see it.
That's God.
I see it now. Because I didn't, honestly. Because I'm like, okay, then I need to start posting. Okay, but I want to pray and I want to get closer to God. But now I see that it's okay for me to be on the self journey and have that, still do what I'm doing, but make my self journey a priority.
Yes, that's it.
So
that's it.
That's thank you.
Oh, I appreciate to God be the glory.
I appreciate that because it really that triggered that thought in my head. Yeah. Man, I gotta put on my shoes, you baby. I gotta put on my shoes.
Don't cry, cry.
It ain't about crying. It's about when you know God is moving in your life.
Yeah.
And you ain't really just never had that. He was there all the time.
Right.
But you didn't pay no attention. But now that you're paying attention, you can see it.
Yes.
It make you feel a certain type of way.
Wow. Yeah.
It make you feel a certain type of way. For real.
I really do appreciate your transparency.
Yeah.
And especially as a man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I appreciate, you just don't know.
For sure.
Because it is so needed.
Yeah.
It is so many men that need this transparency component.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna say this here. A lot of times when we get in here and we get in this here, it just be God and it just be that spirit in here. Cause I don't be doing this like this. I don't. But it's okay for me to let God be God.
Yes, I love it.
You understand what I'm saying? It's okay. And if that means a tear got to drop from my eye,
absolutely,
then that's what it is.
That's what it means.
But I'm gonna put my shoes on.
That's all right.
I'm gonna put the shoes on.
We like your shoes.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the shoes on.
We like your shoes.
They be okay over there. Yeah.
It's like you said, it is all God, and that is why we do what we do. And I know, like, the title of this podcast is "What Problem Are You Solving in Your Business?" And so we are on track and on point with the topic, just in case people don't understand, because this is one thing that I've learned in becoming an author and a writer, that this is a business as well.
Right.
And so when you were saying that, and then my mind is going back to the topic.
Right.
So Angie, this is one of your problems that you are solving. You're bringing insight.
Right.
But it's not me. It's the God in me.
Right.
Like Mary say, it's the God. Mary say, it's the God in me that brings it out, because it's only Him that can touch your heart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And give you clarity of thought.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm being very honest with you. You don't know what you just like the question that you ask, and see when people ask me a question, I start thinking, and you don't even much know because now I understand it's okay to prioritize me before anything.
I want to go back to that too.
It's okay for me to prioritize myself and put me first.
Yes, it is.
Because normally I would have the business first.
Right.
You know, normally I'm running with I'm okay. But I was really wondering why I didn't have that for, like, it's not that I don't have the It's just that I'm prioritizing me first.
You putting things in order.
And it feels so funny because I'm used to putting the business first.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But, and I'm going to say this here, not even reading the book, just the title, and you asking me what the title meant, gave me clarity.
Right.
I can move forward now, and I'm going to move forward differently because I understand it now.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that understanding, I promise you.
Wow.
I'm glad I came and I sat here today because I understand it now.
Yeah.
I really and truly do.
And I must say this, because sometimes when things come to our mind, we get it, we try to reason with ourselves, and we end it in reasoning will take us out of what we should be saying or doing. And initially I was not, I mean, I didn't, when the thought came to my mind to oppose the question to you, I was just going to oppose it to the audience. But then the thought came for me to oppose it to you, and then it was just something real quick say, don't oppose that to him. But then I just didn't listen to that, and I just went forward with it. I was not going to oppose it to you.
I'm glad you did.
I'm just being honest.
I'm glad you did, because I promise you, I'm walking away with that today.
Amen.
And I know tomorrow and the days are going to be lighter. They're going to be easier because it's not going to be as much thought as to why.
Yes. So yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, that's your to be able to answer the question why.
Yeah.
That's almost like a lot of times, you know, we've struggled over the years. Why am I here?
Right.
That speaks to purpose.
Right.
And so when the question why can be answered in anything.
Right.
It just opens stuff. It just opened things up for us.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And so that is what I want to say. No,
you be having me come over here, my eyes be all.
But
man,
see,
every
that's
time you get me.
But I'm gonna tell you something, Kenji, because that is why on this podcast I always say, and I say this to people off the show.
Right.
You know, coming on my podcast, or you know, if we're talking about it, a lot of times my podcast is not scripted.
Oh, for sure.
I admire the people that can script their podcast.
Yeah.
But when you understand who you are and what type of grace is up on your life, now I'm good with it. I now understand why I can't a lot of times script it.
Because it's gonna do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. And again, I'm leaning on him and trusting him, you know, to do what he do.
Right.
I'm just the vessel that he's using to do it.
Right.
And so I am grateful for the fact that that question why is answered for you.
Yeah.
And I love that you said that's not your first thing that you do anymore.
Yeah.
Whether it's the business or like you say, the posting, things of that nature. Because people will ask you, well, what? I don't know where Kenji, I don't know where Angelia. She ain't hardly been posting.
Everybody asks me that.
Yeah. But this is the thing. What you doing is what you need to be doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's first priority. And I must say God honors that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people are hurrying up to post because they really are still in search of themselves, their whys, their who's, because they're trying to gain the attention, the affirmation, and the confirmation from society online.
And then what I'm also understanding is that I don't have to rely on likes.
No.
I don't. If I'm putting him first, then I don't have to rely. When I say now, if you want to like it, the key word is rely.
Yes.
That's the key word.
Yes.
Like, that's
right.
cool. But I don't have to rely on likes to build me up.
Right.
To make it seem like my business is running well. Because people go through and like don't even much know you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people like and don't buy from you.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
On.
So I
and people like just to be liking, just to be or people like
they might
just
they
to
might
make
see
it
your
appear.
hair. They might see your hair and be like, I like her hair. You understand? I like her hair.
Yeah.
I like her face. I like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The people like for different
reasons.
You know
and they some like with just to pretend like they like you.
Just
yeah. So, and then some don't like because they don't want to give that credence to you. But the thing about it, I'm so glad that I've overcame that. Right. They didn't like my post. They didn't send me a heart. They didn't do a comment. I'm so over that because when we talk about business, I said this before. I do business with people and companies and corporations and signing agents and title companies and lenders from all over the United States. And I promise you, they're not looking at my Facebook. They going to my business site to vet me. They're going to my website to vet me. They're going to my profiles that I have set up in my network to vet me. Right. They're talking to other clients. They're talking to other people in the industry.
They're getting what matter.
They're getting to the money. Okay, I need this service. I need you to solve this problem. See, we still talking about solving problems in our business. I need Angela Hayes to solve my problem. I'm in Florida. My business is in California. My title company is in North Carolina. But I need Angela Hayes to go and service this client for me in Lake Jackson. Right. I need Angela Hayes to go to Galveston to solve this problem for my business. So I could care less about the like. I just need to search her out. How do I get her? Okay. Exactly. I need y'all to reach out to her, make her this offer.
Exactly.
And hopefully she'll accept.
Exactly.
So it's all about solving a problem. Do you have what it is that a person needs, an organization needs, a business need, a workplace need, a ministry needs? Do you have the answer? Do you have the solution? Can you bring it?
Man, boy, I'm Angela, I'm being honest with you. I'm so stuck on the question that you asked me.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I on the inside I'm jumping for joy. Because the question has been asked a million times. It's like, okay, I ain't understanding this. But to get understanding today, man, I'm telling you, like, and I say this to any business owner, it's okay to work on you.
It is.
It's okay to work on you because guess what? If you jump into this and you are in your emotions, you won't, and you base business decisions off emotions. You will not make the right decision. Trust that. Trust that. And then you have to learn how to step back. And I'm learning this, that you have to learn how to step back and respond. Think about your response to things before you respond to things.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't just respond to things like that. You
can't be hasty, and you do have to. It's almost like you have to have two sides, and like you said, you can't let your emotions be the deciding factor.
No.
For your business, and because if you do, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble, and you have to establish or develop, should I say, a business mindset.
That's it.
And sometimes, audience, it takes you, maybe you need to study some of the moguls or the gurus.
Right.
And you don't even have to go way out all the time and do that, because a lot of times God has placed people right in your circle, right around you, and you can glean from. you can learn from. You may not know them personally, and
Right.
you may know some of them personally, and you can glean from them.
Right.
I have and I don't want I want to call his name but one of my, but I have to say this in saying that my mortgage lender, I've learned working with him over the last, it's probably been almost 3 years now.
Right.
Man, if I tell you, I have learned and I watched, even with doing business, for me.
Right.
Like, wow, the way he responds to his clients.
I'm telling you.
And let me tell you something. And not just the way he responds, but his how quick he responds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I need to get this art.
And so he probably understands himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because to do all of this, and I'm learning this, to do all of this, like we'll laugh at somebody that's sitting up and meditating and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
We would, oh, they tripping.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that to them we tripping.
Right.
Because we the followers.
Right.
We the ones that don't know ourselves.
Yes.
We the ones, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then they got so much self-control that they don't laugh at us.
Uh-huh.
They just say,
mm-hmm.
Okay.
They see it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Keep going. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we look at them and we not understanding that that's probably something that we need to be doing.
We need to learn. Yeah, we need to learn from that.
Because it's called self-control.
Yeah. Self-discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Self-awareness.
Come on.
You understand what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Yeah.
And I love it. I just admire, how he handles his he's so professional.
Yeah.
And
he probably know how to turn it on and turn it off.
Oh, he's so professional, but with a compassionate heart. Yeah. I mean, what better combination?
Right.
That to me that you can have in business.
Right.
And I just like, wow, I'm so amazed. And to this day, I'm still amazed at how he operates.
Right.
And I just admire it.
And,
I'm like,
and
wow.
those are the people that you want to place yourself around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those are the people that you admire.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People that can breathe life into you.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we pick the ones that's draining us.
Right. Well, yeah, I've weeded them out.
And then guess what? You got to spend time weeding people out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you understand.
I do know what you're saying.
So you have to take that time to, when you could be taking that time,
spending time
doing something, something else. You know what I'm saying?
And spending time with the people that add value.
Yeah.
And you add value to them in some way or another, because as we always talk about, relationships are mutually beneficial.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or should be.
Yeah.
And that's any type of relationship. Any type of relationship.
Yeah.
If I'm always the one on the receiving end and never giving, something is wrong. The scales are,
And then too, see, and that's called self-awareness. You saying to yourself, if I'm always receiving, maybe I need to give. That's self-awareness.
Self-awareness.
A selfish person would be like, come on, keep on.
Right.
Keep on. Come on. Oh, you got some more to give?
Yeah.
You got some more?
Yeah.
But you saying, well, shoot, okay, stop. What can I do for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
and that's a part of business.
It sure is.
That's a part of business.
It sure is. It sure is. It sure is, because
it's called serving.
It's called serve. A servant leader.
Yeah.
And that's what I see. Like, go back to him. That's what I see with him. He's a servant leader.
Right.
And that's really the leadership, the type of leadership that we should be exemplifying.
Right.
Right. In our businesses, and in our, we just need in our families.
And I say this again, to for me, and it's just my opinion, to be a good business owner, to be great, you have to. I think you just have to know you. You have to learn. You have to learn you, and then you have to get that, self-discipline, that self-awareness, that motivation. Because a lot of times when you're doing this entrepreneur, you don't have nobody to tell you to get up and the cheerleaders.
Right.
You don't have the
cheerleaders and the motivators.
Hey, you don't have that.
Yeah,
like,
you don't.
So you have to learn how to. You have to learn how to be there.
To yourself.
To yourself.
You do.
Mentally.
Yeah, it starts in the mind.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's something that I'm learning. And I've been in business for a long time.
Wow.
But it's something that I'm learning now. You know, that you even if you're thinking that your spouse is gonna be your cheerleader, your spouse can cheer you.
Yeah.
But what about that day that they unmotivated?
Right.
So if they unmotivated, how can they motivate you?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because that energy, you're going to feel that energy.
Yeah, because I mean, I think it's a plus when that happens, but the reality is it's not going to always happen. You have to have that in your innermost being.
You have to let that be a plus. You have to let that be a plus. Every day you should get up and motivate yourself. To get out here and do what it is that you do in your business,
right?
To serve the community,
right? Whatever you call
have
to do.
Get up and then if whatever compliments, whatever, that's all. That just lets you know that you're doing something right.
Right. Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I do. Oh, I do.
But if you're not getting up motivating yourself and get just getting up and getting after it yourself,
right?
This probably
you're
probably gonna quit.
You probably won't last.
Yeah.
And so, even with, solving your problems, the problem that you're called to solve, I mean, there's some people out here in our audience, I know some people, Mr. Baker, he's in law enforcement.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a lot of problems to solve.
Yeah.
Solving problems for the community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because, you call to protect and serve, a city council person.
And then he might be a person that step in and settle the argument, a beef that's been going on for years.
Right.
And just
with neighbors.
Or
with business owners, Yeah, you're right. So it's so many different types of problems. So, I challenge our audience to assess what it is that, what problem are you solving in your business or in your profession, even much. What problem are you solving? And if you don't, I promise you though, if you sit down and do the work, you're going to discover that you've been solving problems all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
And some of you been solving problems, but you've been doing it even for free.
Yeah. Not even as a business.
Right. Not even as a business.
Just doing it as
a courtesy. Yeah. As a friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As a family member, that's always the go-to. Okay, they calling, calling you.
Think about people that do hair.
Oh, yes, Lord. Thank God for my hairstyle.
I'm gonna go with I'm just gonna go. She's not a hairstylist, she just do hair.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna go to my aunt's house. And she's gonna tighten me up. She's gonna do my hair for me.
Mm-hmm.
She solved the problem for you because wherever you was going, you had to get your hair done.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And then so maybe she could turn whatever that is that the hair thing into a business.
Right.
So that goes to say sometimes you're doing it and you don't even much know you
skill to do it.
Skill to do it. Exactly. That's what I'm looking at right there.
Skill to do it. That's true. Because why? You do it so naturally.
Yeah.
You do it without thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's your shirt right there. Skill to do.
Come on now. That's another business idea. Yeah. So with your business or with what you're called to do, what type of organization or nonprofit are you called to support? What cause are you championing? What cause are you supporting? Are you supporting a cause that is providing scholarships, like we talked about, Life Revision Center providing scholarships for someone that's graduating for high school? Are you championing a cause that are helping young men prepare themselves physically for interviews? Or mentally, for a platform that's going to be interviewing them, or
that's scary.
Yeah,
that's scary.
So they have to have somebody to walk alongside of them. Yes. Are you championing a cause that is looking at the wellness and providing for women that have been battered, that are in shelters? children that have been abused.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so many causes that we can champion, or maybe it's a cause that supports those with cancer, lupus, heart disease. And I'm just throwing these out here because these are some of the most common, but there's a lot of causes to champion, those that are homeless, those that are without food, and those that are without fresh water.
Right.
With those that don't have, they've been kicked out, say for instance, like, you have a lot of young people that they don't have necessarily someone that loves them,
right?
Or they may have had a parent that they failed, they had odds with each other, and they got kicked out at 15,
right?
And they don't have anywhere to go,
right?
So, what type of cause have you attached to support and made a commitment to champion, in your business?
I like that.
That's a lot to think about. You may be someone that's, hey, you called to buy dilapidated properties and rehab them. And then put them on the market for someone that less fortunate.
Right. See what I'm saying? I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, one of my causes is of course children, moms, single parents, and children that are without, maybe food, and shelter. And one of my most recent opportunities has come, as a result of the book, is to support and champion a cause that helps women that are in shelters, providing the garments, the undergarments and clothes to the women. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then along with that, these women have children.
Right. And then just to know that somebody care enough to bring some garments in.
Yes.
Because you never know. Like,
I mean,
I'm pretty sure they're not out there. I'm pretty sure they're not out shopping and
no.
So
no.
And you spoke about young men. I want to say this here.
Please.
I want to say this here. Every Monday, I get up at 4:45, and I'm here at the station by 5:45. Committed to doing a morning show with Roy Dillard. And it's based on mentoring young men. I just did a commercial. He got a basketball deal. I can't be there, but because I do this, but he got a basketball deal where he take in it's free.
Okay.
They take in young men on, I think it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. And what they doing is teaching them like self-discipline, like being able to it's basketball, so it's rules.
Right.
So teaching how to follow rules.
Yes.
They feed them.
Yeah.
They feed them, and these are teenagers.
Okay.
So so if you're interested in doing, getting your son into something, that's something that we do.
Okay.
That's something
that's
that
awesome.
And every Monday morning we on at 6 and we talk, because Roy is a minister and he had been locked up for 13 years. But he's a minister.
Okay.
And the one thing that he said that he vowed to do when he got out was give back. And he go back to the prisons. He preaching the prisons.
Oh yeah.
So he's dedicated to giving back.
Right.
And so yeah.
Absolutely.
And I met him just through the podcast. And I wound up being he asked me to come on with him. And I've been just going on with him.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Ever since, And the people that God is placing me around now, and all this got to do with the business.
Right. All of this
got to do with business.
Because your business, I'm my business. You are the brand.
Yeah.
You're the face of the brand, and all this. It's no separation. It's all
because even though I did a commercial for it, he understood the business and that he had to pay me to do the commercial.
Right.
So he solved the problem for me. Not even the problem. He paid me for my services, and I solved the problem for him by giving him a commercial to where he can get out and post it on social media,
Right.
get more young men in,
absolutely,
get people to
spread
wake
the
up.
word. Yeah,
See what I'm
share
saying?
it, share it.
So we can have a relationship where it's a platonic relationship,
Absolutely,
where it's just a relationship, but also do business in that relationship.
Yes,
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Feel me? And then me as you being having product, I had to get the ticket,
the raffle ticket. Thank you.
And so me being the podcast,
right?
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So we helping out one another.
Absolutely,
and this is
it's
helping
mutual.
You grow.
Yes,
and it's helping me grow.
That's right.
Because me sitting here with you, you don't even much know.
Jesus.
I'm going to a whole nother level. I already know it now.
Wow.
I'm going to a whole nother mentally.
Wow.
Mentally. I'm going to a whole nother level.
And I'm gonna add spiritually.
Because I understand it.
Yes.
Because I understand it.
Yes.
Now.
And that's what God does. He brings clarity. Where we kind of fog minute sometime in our mind, because we get like that even in our businesses. I have been there. But until he brought clarity. And it's not, and we got to be listening. Right. You always listening. Right. Man, look, we got to be listening, because the answer may come at any moment. And it could come through. He's so sovereign that it could come through anyone.
That's what I was finna say. I never would have thought I would have got this answer just sitting here on Angela Hayes' podcast from your book title.
Gee whiz. I am so amazed. From your book title. I'm so amazed.
Yeah, so I'm glad you asked that question, and I don't want to just ride that, because me, I'm in my head. I'm thanking God, man. I'm
yes. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
How
it's okay to put you, make yourself a priority.
It is okay. It is okay.
That don't mean you're neglecting your business. That don't mean you're neglecting your kids. If I want to be a better father to my kids, I have to give of myself.
You do. So you can be a better person for them. Yes, absolutely. We have to do the work. And that's one thing, Kenji. I several years ago I trained myself, because there we go again. When we look at ourselves, assess ourselves, we pay attention to how we moving, some of the things that we are doing. I made a vow to myself that as soon as I wake up in the morning, of course, my first words out of my mouth is "Thank you, Lord, for another day." Right. For sure. But I began to witness and see so many people, even in, because I'm in ministry too, and then in church I would just be paying attention and listening, like, dang, that's your first thing you be doing in the morning. You hop on Facebook before you get out of no. I made a vow and a commitment to Angela. But to him, that will not be the first thing that I look at before I get out of my bed.
Right.
And I tell you, it was a discipline. Just for a little bit, because I had found myself doing it.
It was just natural.
And I'm like, wait a minute, this is not right. This is not right. And so I started training myself.
This is priority.
So now, shoot, I may not even see social media till noon or afternoon, but it's priority. Right. And when you align priority, when you prioritize properly, then you see other things start
falling in line,
coming in, right? That starts lining up, because there is a scripture that I do want to leave with the audience. In Matthew, I just can't help it.
Right.
In Matthew 6:33, and it says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness." And it means seeking His way of doing things. Pursue. What is it? How do He want me to move? What is it He want me to do?
And all you gotta do is ask Him.
And then all this other stuff will be added.
And ask Him, hey, what you need? Your will.
Yeah, exactly. Show Him. Exactly. And then everything else starts popping off. Everything else starts. So I'm just grateful for the podcast. I'm grateful for the ones that are on. Hello, Deidre. Welcome. Another business owner, another entrepreneur. We need her on the podcast too. Yeah. So I just want to, I just pray that this really helped people understand that there are problems for you to solve.
Yeah.
You know, and change your perspective on a problem.
Yeah.
Because you have been created in his image, and so he's put the answer on the inside of you.
Right.
Miss Dieter is in the medical field, so
Right.
there's a lot of problems in there
For
to solve,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
And so I just want to encourage and challenge those of you to do the work of self-discovery and self-assessment, and grow in your awareness about who you are, so that you can see what it is that I need to solve. What problem, what solution do I need to bring to someone, to some company, to some business, some ministry, to some relationship.
What am I passionate about?
Yeah,
what am
am I
I really
passionate
passionate
about?
about?
What do I love?
How can I use that passion to solve problems?
To solve those problems, and connect that to a cause, an organization, a nonprofit, and support them in their efforts. So again, it's been my pleasure to serve you here at the Angela Hayes Podcast Show, Life with No Limits, with my co-host today, Kenji Johnson of GMT Broadcasting. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe at YouTube and on our Facebook page at Unique Foundations Enterprise. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. God bless.